All right, you're welcome to, of course, the Daily Quest right here on Salvation TV. Okay, and we're just happy to be right here with you. And it's a brand new month. It's a brand new year. It's a fabulous Friday edition
And
of
it's
the
a
program.
new month as well.
Yeah, brand new month. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Happy new month
Happy new month to you.
to you too, and to you.
And happy new month to you guys, and happy new year as well, because
As well.
we haven't been. This is like the
For the
first,
first time, our first edition
for the
this
year.
Yeah.
Exactly. Okay, so basically, it's a Fabulous Friday edition of the program.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a TGIF edition. That means the Thank God It's Friday edition of the program as well, and it is the very first Friday edition for the year 2019.
For us.
For us, that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
For us, for the Friday crew.
Yeah.
Yes, this is the first edition.
Yeah.
So this
So
this
we're
says a
back.
lot. Yeah, it says a lot. I mean, think about it. I mean, the beginning, it's if things go well at the beginning, it always runs through till the end. Do you believe in that?
I do.
So are you saying if things go wrong at the beginning, it may?
No. It's the other way. Like some people start off the year like really pretty bad, and in 2-3 months they pick up
They pick up and it becomes
Yeah.
really good.
and it becomes really good. So sometimes it's just the camouflage from the devil to try to make you feel like the year is going to be bad. But don't take it. Don't
Okay.
believe him. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll take it. All right, so today we'll be taking a look at what we're supposed to be taking a look at.
All right. Which is
Can't you guess? Like, it's
A
a
new
new
beginning.
starting over. You know,
okay.
everybody should guess that it's a new month. Okay, so you might not have gotten it right in the first month,
In the
so
first month.
you need to start all over. Okay, and there's nothing wrong in having some failed experiences. I
You know
shouldn't
what?
say the word failed, but that's it.
Some life lessons.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so this is the time you get to start all over.
Over
Okay,
again.
and you can start over. Starting over can be in different forms. Can
Maybe
come in
before
different
you go
ways.
further,
Mm.
I was gonna ask you if you have any New Year resolution. Do you, or you don't believe in that?
No,
You don't.
I don't have a New Year's resolution.
Neither do I.
But I did promise myself that I would work harder. Though.
This year,
Yes. But I wouldn't call it a resolution, so
Yeah,
to speak.
like a
I
New
just
Year
felt, hey, I should get to work
I think
harder.
it's a
this year.
trap. When you write those things down,
Yeah.
you never follow them through. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not going to procrastinate. I'm not going to do this, da.
Mm,
I think you should just set goals for yourself.
mhm.
Like, before the month of March, I want to achieve this. Before the month of June or July.
Of course, set
I want
goals
to-
need to
just
be
set
written down,
goals.
though.
Yeah, write them down, but not like New Year resolution. I wouldn't get angry anymore. I wouldn't. All those things are just.
I won't
funny
be
stuff.
quick tempered.
Yeah.
Things like that. Exactly. All right, so we're taking a look at starting over, like I did say, and I was trying to say that there are different ways. You could start all over in different ways. You could start over in your career. You could start over in your
Your
business. You could
relationship.
start over in your relationship. You could start over in your business. Okay, so starting over is, in life generally. Sometimes you need to start all over, and that's what we'll be taking a look at today. Okay, and just in case you don't know, my name is Anieti Udok.
And my name is Precious Umo.
Did we forget to introduce ourselves, or this is how we planned it?
Let's just take it that we planned it this way.
Okay. All right. Okay, so first of all, in trying to start over, you need to let go of
Of a
your
lot.
past. Okay, and letting go of your past, there are things you need to put in place. Okay, so we'll start off with a couple of those tips, and then, at the end of the day, we'll also tell you how you could get to create the kind of life that you want. Okay, how you could start that new life all over. Okay, so that's what it is about. Tell somebody that the Daily Quest is on. It's the Fabulous Friday edition, and you've got Anieti and Precious ready to
Hear from you.
exactly.
Our number is right there on the screen. You can call us. Let's get to hear from you. Did you have any New Year resolution? Did you start over in any aspect of your life, in your business, in your career, in your relationship? Let's know. Let's hear from you.
Okay. All right. So let's take the very first tip right here. You need to take care of anything holding you back. Anything holding you back, all right? If there's something that is stopping you from moving forward, okay, it might be a bad habit, it might be a wrong relationship, it might be the kind of people you talk to, or the kind of movies you watch, or the kind of books you read, something that is changing your mindset and it's holding you back. You need to first of all take care of whatever it is that is holding you back. Sometimes you find out that because of the kind of relationships that you keep, or the kind of friends you keep, you're not able to, move forward. Okay, they say birds of a feather flock together. Okay, so if you know that there is a particular place you want to get to, there's a particular height you want to reach, and you are surrounded by people who are not going your way, so to speak. They are not going your way. They are not. They don't have the same dreams, aspirations as yourself. They are not as motivated as you are. Those kind of people could actually be toxic, to your lifestyle. So you need to first of all let go of such relationship, let go of such people, stay away, avoid such people. Okay, I think the Bible would say flee. Flee from such people, and that's the first step to getting, to starting over.
Yeah, adding to what you just said, I think it takes a whole lot of determination for you to put everything behind you, because sometimes you're running away from a set of people and they're running after you, and people that don't have like a strong will just fall right back to what they're running away from. Maybe you belong to, or you used to do like stuff with your friends, and now you're born again and you don't want to do stuff like that anymore, and you're trying to run from them and they're coming after you. How do you completely put these people behind you, and so you can move forward in life?
Well, there are different ways to go about it. First of all, to totally avoid some people, if you have to cut off the communication, okay, because that's how they get to reach you. If they can't communicate, if they can't get to you, it's difficult to, for them to get to you if they cannot reach you. Okay, so I the way I get to do it is I delete. I don't just delete, I block.
You block. Okay. I saw that coming.
I block the number and then I delete.
Yeah.
So you can't get to me that way.
Your house?
Oh, you mean visiting?
Yeah. What if because the person should know, basically.
Well, for someone like me, very few people visit.
Yeah.
Very few.
So your house is sacred to you?
Yes.
I like
very
that.
few people visit.
All right. So the next one would be.
And if I had, hold on.
Okay.
And if I had someone who visits, then I would have to change the house. I would to relocate. What? Yeah.
You would spend all that money just to run away from somebody?
If the person is going to bring you down, is it not better you run?
You run for your dear life. Exactly. Of course, I know. I wanted you to say it all.
Okay.
All right. So the next one would be write in a journal. So a daily journal can help you to overcome whatever you're fighting. Maybe collect your thoughts. This brings me back to when we're growing up. I would always write down, not like serious issues. Okay. Maybe if someone offends me, I had a diary. I'll just write down, this person offended me. I will not talk to this person. I will not talk to this person again. I used to be one emotional kid. I'll just write stuff down. So maybe if that can help
Was that an emotional kid or an unforgiving kid?
No, emotional kid. Because I'll write and cry and,
And you let go.
I won't talk to the person again.
You see, that was very unforgiving. But go ahead.
No, don't bring that here. No. Okay, I don't think it was that deep. It was just like primary school stuff. Like everybody had a diary, so you just put it down.
I did it as well, so I know what you're talking about.
So what are you saying? I think every child, most children do that.
Most children did back then.
I don't know about now.
I don't know about
iPad won't let these children use diary anymore.
I don't know if they put it in their to-do list or something on their phones, but
I don't know.
Back then it was easy to just write it
diary.
down.
Like you have this fancy diary, so you write everything down. So now maybe you can use that as well. If you're going through any situation and you find it difficult talking to somebody, maybe you can write down your thoughts. And some people find it difficult communicating with people. Like, I'm trying to tell you something, but I don't have the right words to tell you what I'm trying to tell you. So maybe you can put it down, and when you get to see a counselor or a pastor, try to tell the person what you're going through, and if the person is not flowing with you or trying to understand what you're going through, then you can present your journal to the person for the person to read and actually understand. That might help. Some people find it easier when they write things down, they ease off their emotions. So if you're that type, maybe writing in a journal or a diary can help you.
Wow. A journal, writing in a journal. Nice one. Okay, now I'll also be taking a look at the next one right here. It's you need to be able to express your emotions. Okay, now expressing your emotions doesn't mean complaining. Rather than complaining and being grumpy about it, talking about it every now and then, about the issues that you've got, it would be better to put that energy to express it in something else. Okay, now there are different ways, there are diverse ways of actually expressing your emotions. Okay, one would be painting. Now if I said painting, there are some people that would say, I don't even own a brush. I don't own a brush. I don't have any colors or anything.
Yeah.
And then there are people that don't even know how to draw.
Yeah.
So if you're that creative, painting is very good. Okay,
You should paint what?
Paint your emotions.
Oh my God.
Trust me. It's one way of expressing. It's one. Okay, that's if you're that creative.
So
if you're a creative mind like me.
So when you're upset about something, then you get your brush and your pencils
Yes.
and start painting.
Yes.
Really?
I had an aunt. Okay.
Okay.
The way she expresses her emotions is she bakes. So she bakes cake. And
Yeah, okay.
we get really excited when she's
Upset.
or depressed or one of those
But
things,
she
'cause
bakes away her sorrows.
she just bakes away. She bakes away, and sometimes it's really good. Sometimes it's not that good. Sometimes the
Yeah,
cake comes out like biscuit or something.
Yeah, I was gonna say that personally, I don't think writing in a journal or painting away your sorrows is the best way to let go of your past.
What about dancing?
Nah, all those things are temporal, like ways of getting past your whatever you're going through. Because what I find out that if you write down those things, you bottle up your emotions, and before you know it, it becomes so big, and you start transferring aggression to other people. Like you're baking with anger. How do you think that food is going to come out? The food won't come out nice. And you're writing things down and you're storing them, it's piling up. Anytime you pick up your diary or your journal and you read through it, it's fresh in your memory. So I think one of the best ways to actually let go of your past, pray about it and talk to somebody.
You see, these are actually steps.
Okay.
These are steps, okay? Like you were saying, pray about it.
Yeah.
Of course, we would definitely get to the
Yeah.
prayer part, okay? But if this is something, if you need to move forward immediately and there's something bothering you,
Yeah.
okay?
Because for somebody like me,
Okay.
if I write down stuff, it's very fresh in my memory. And each time I pick it up and read, everything would come back as if it never went away. So that's,
and then it would now be a problem.
yeah, like it would haunt me.
So
I
you
would
wouldn't
keep
be
thinking
able to
about
find.
it.
But sometimes if you write it down, for me, sometimes if you get to write it down, if you think about it, you kind of get the solution to it.
Okay. I'm just comparing it to when I was in primary school. Like if I'm upset and I write it down and I read it.
You're not recording the
events.
hurts.
Okay.
The hurts. Okay, this happened, and therefore no. Okay. Yeah. The things you should be writing down is what you learned from
your mistake.
from your mistake. Yeah. I shouldn't
Right.
do this way again. I should have taken a different approach to it. I think that's basically it right there. Remember, if you're just joining us, this right here is the Daily Quest on Salvation TV. It's the Fabulous Friday edition of the program. That's the TGIF edition, the Thank God It's Friday edition. And you could be a part of the program. You could let us know how, if you are starting over in any part of your life, okay, any sphere of your
You
life.
send us
okay?
WhatsApp messages as well.
You could also send us your WhatsApp message. You could give us a call, or you send us a WhatsApp message, as our WhatsApp line is on, okay? And of course, if you've also got questions, you could also send us questions right here. We'll be happy to attend to them as soon as possible, okay? Still taking a look at starting over. Is there something that is Precious there? Is there a part of your life that needs to start over right now?
Right now, part of my life.
That needs to start over.
Nah,
You're good.
I'm good. I don't have
Fantastic.
Nah. Business, maybe new business, but otherwise, nothing. How about you? You look like you
Business.
have a lot in your head.
Oh, there's a lot. I have a lot, not just in my head. I have a lot on my head, in my head, and on my plate
On
right
top of your head.
Okay, we still do this. Okie dokie. All right. You take this. Forgive people who have hurt you. You remember that's part of it.
Yeah. Forgive people who have hurt you. I think you should take it.
All right. Forgive people who have hurt you. Just like I was trying to tell you at that particular time.
Yeah.
You don't need to write down hurts.
Yeah.
That's HURTS.
Yeah.
Hurts. Okay. You don't need to write down hurts. You need to forgive people. That way, there's this huge burden when you're able
Lift it
to
up.
forgive. That it just leaves you when you're able to forgive. Especially when you forgive and let God
Take charge.
take charge.
Let me ask you a question. If you forgive somebody and you can remember the event, have you forgiven?
Mm-hmm.
Like you did something bad to me. I've
Mhm.
forgiven you, but when I see you, I remember what you did. Have I forgiven you?
Well, if you, I think if you remember,
You haven't forgiven.
no, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't
How
say
can you erase your memory? Like,
you can't erase your memory.
uh-huh.
So
But when you see the person, you remember. You just
you
go like,
remember,
"Ah."
but you're not feeling that bad about it.
So have you forgiven? If
Yes.
you can remember, have you forgiven?
Of course,
All right.
that's what I think.
Somebody told me that if I can remember,
Mm.
I haven't forgiven.
So because that's why people say forgive and forget.
How do you forgive and forget? How
Is
do
there
you
like an eraser you now put in your brain and now clean off the?
Yeah, because when you see the
that
person,
doesn't happen.
when you see the person, it sends a message like, "Oh, this person wants this to me." And if it was in business, I'm sure you wouldn't want to go into business with that same person because you had a bad experience before.
For me, I would want to go into business with the same person.
What? No. I
But
would.
hold on. As long as I've forgiven the person, but this
No,
time
you've forgiven
with
the
both
person, but the
eyes
person
open.
hasn't changed.
If he hasn't changed, then it's wisdom, right?
Okay.
Okay. All right. So if he hasn't changed, you apply wisdom. You don't need to do business with him because he's probably going to do the same thing all over again.
And maybe worse.
Or worse, exactly. But if he has changed, or you're not sure if he has changed, because they say once bitten, twice shy.
All right.
If you're not sure, then you go into business again with this person. First of all, you have to report him to God. All right, and ask
But
the
God
Holy
will
Spirit.
go like, "Hey, my child, why don't you have sense? This person almost duped you 2 months ago. Why are you going into the same business with the person?" I mean, let's be realistic.
What if the person was really sorry and has
A
changed
greedy
and
man
has
can
repented?
change. A greedy man cannot change.
Says who? When
I'm
you
telling
repent,
you.
you can.
You see, when you love money,
Mm.
like every money is good, but when you love it and it leads to you being greedy and doing something bad, you're not going to change.
Mm.
You will find it difficult changing. You don't agree? You better agree.
I'm thinking about it. I
Pray not to experience it.
I-
Don't come across such people.
So what you're saying is that if somebody offends you, and it was
In a particular area,
in a particular area, you should not
bring that person to that particular area,
again.
Yes.
And that means a lot of marriages would have broken up by now.
No, you're being
Think
too
about
extreme.
it. No,
What?
no, you think about it,
What?
because okay, to put it lightly,
Okay.
people have issues and
In their
challenges
marriages.
in their marriages.
What
okay?
kind of
and
issues?
people make mistakes.
Like the husband doing what? Or the wife doing what? Give an example. I
I
want
w-
people
I-
to understand where you're coming from.
General mistakes, anything could be. Maybe someone could be nagging too much. Somebody could be talking too much. Somebody could be a little bit disrespectful. Somebody could use a wrong tone of voice at unnecessary times.
Yeah.
Okay, and then someone could find one of them could find one of the spouse could find it
Disrespectful.
disrespectful, and then say, I can't do this. You know, you're always doing this, so I'm not doing. Nah, you know, no.
No, that's different. Anita.
How is it different?
I'm talking about greed in business.
So
That's
you want us to take it just to the business aspect right now?
Yeah, because like if you're a nagging wife or you're
A disrespectful husband.
or a disrespectful husband, you just give the person the benefit of doubt and pray and hope that the person will change. That's your spouse. There's nothing
So-
you can really do about it.
So there are things that happen in the home that uh, also could be attributed to what you were talking about, greed and all that.
Yeah. Okay. Let me give an example of
What
a
if
family.
what if someone has a thieving wife?
Oh, you have to pray the spirit out.
That is greed. That is greed
You have
as
to
well.
cast the spirit out. I don't think. Yeah, you can pray that
Because
one.
some
out.
young people have thieving wives.
Really? What do you mean? Like if you take your husband's money, you're a thief.
If you take your husband's money without your husband doing
You're a thief.
secretly, yes,
All right.
that's thieving.
How about
It's like stealing from yourself. That's
I know.
even that's even
That's
the
so
wor- that's the
crazy.
worst crime, right? How can you steal from your own self?
from your house?
Exactly.
Whoa. Okay. Yeah, the scenario is gonna paint was maybe like if you have a nanny or somebody that helps in the house, and the person tried to be funny with your spouse. Now the lady comes and asks for forgiveness. I'm so sorry, madam. I will never do this again. And in your mind, the person has changed. So you go like, I've forgiven you. Stand up and continue your work. And you travel for the next. Maybe you go for a job, whatever, an interview or something that takes you away from your home for like a weekend. What do you think is going to happen?
Nothing.
Do you think the nanny has actually changed?
Most nannies would.
Okay,
Well, if you've been caught in the act,
Anita, you're
It-
not married. Don't worry, please. I shouldn't be discussing this with you. Back to what we were talking about.
I knew you would end it with that.
Yeah, because now you're being funny.
Okay.
Yeah. Learn to become vulnerable. Vulnerability can help you to come to terms with your past so that you can let go of it and get a fresh start. So, first of all, you have to agree with yourself that you made mistakes in the past. Maybe you started a business and you did not really research and you made some mistakes, right, in the business. Don't beat yourself over it and don't condemn yourself because you've made a mistake in your business. So you can just agree that you made a mistake, write them down, and find out where you made the mistakes and how you can correct them. And that way, you can overcome and start afresh. But some people don't agree that they have made mistakes. They feel like if you try to correct them, they go like, "Oh no, it's not what you're thinking." They try to defend themselves. But first things first, you have to be able to take in advice from people, because people outside sometimes they see better than you that is in the business. So if you find out that you've done something wrong, maybe in your family, you've offended your spouse, I think you should admit to what you've done, you're wrong, and try and find ways of making it better.
Definitely. And of course, the ultimate would be to seek counsel, okay? Seek counsel from the Holy Spirit, okay? Which now has to do with also praying, like you had said. Okay? Very, very importantly, okay? It's like the most vital part. Seeking counsel from the Holy Spirit, and of course you'll get direct answers, okay? When you pray, when you listen, and you get that revelation, or you get that message that comes to you. It's direct, okay? It doesn't go wrong. You can't go wrong.
Yeah.
With the Holy Spirit, you can't go wrong. So it's good to pray about it, seek counsel from the Holy Spirit, and of course you will be able to let go of your past and start all over again. Okay, we'll be moving on to how you can create
The life you want.
the life you want. But I think we should go on a short
Short
break.
break.
We'll go on a short break. When we return, we'll be talking about how to create that life you
That
want.
you
We'll be giving you
want.
tips. And we might get to hit you up with a new segment or something. Okay, it's brand new. So don't go away. Stay right here. It's still
We'll be right
the
back.
Daily Quest. And you are welcome back from that break, that short break. We had to go on that short break, okay? All right, remember, it's still the Daily Quest, and my name is Anita Odok. She is...
My name is Precious Zumo.
And together we are part of the crew for the Daily Quest Friday edition.
Yeah.
Okay, and we'll be taking a look at starting over. We told you about letting go, brought you some tips, talked about seek counsel from the Holy Spirit. We also
Express
said
your emotions.
forgive
Write in a
people
diary.
who have hurt you.
Learn to become vulnerable.
Express your emotions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, now it's about that time. Now, when you're able to let go of the past, you can now create that life. You can now start over because now you've let go of the past. You've succeeded in leaving the past behind, where actually it belongs. Okay, because you need to move forward. So to move forward, you need to now create that particular life, that new starts that you need to. I almost said start that new start over.
That means
that new start that you need.
You sound so happy when you're talking about starting over.
Yeah,
Sound so excited.
It's like a rebirth. It's like being reborn. You know, so there's always something exciting about
it, and especially it's so nice when maybe if you see a couple that has been through some sort of issue in their marriage and they almost went their separate ways, and somehow they come back together and they go to renew their vow and all.
Are you a marriage counselor, Precious?
So
because
cute.
you know you always.
I need to back to what
you
we're
always
talking about.
shift towards this marriage thing.
No, I'm just saying that it's cute and it's nice when you hear that maybe somebody almost left their home and somehow they came back together.
It's a good thing.
And it's a new start for them. It's cute. Or do you rather them go their separate ways?
No.
Do you want to marry the girl?
No.
So what? So, I mean, it's nice and I find it lovely.
Okay. All right. Now, creating
I know why
life.
you're angry. You're not married.
Oh, dear.
Sorry. Okay. Back to what we said.
Creating the
You're
life
not married. I think
want.
you should be married. So you can.
I think I should.
I don't think you should. You're not ready.
I know I should.
You're not ready.
Who says who?
So you will make the girl cry.
I wouldn't. All right. Now, Precious, seriously. I need to talk about this.
Okay,
right
talk.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much.
No problem.
I don't bring this up again.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Good.
Go
All
ahead.
right. How to create the life you want.
All
right. Now, you need to take responsibility
yourself.
for yourself. Okay. Avoid starting over with your life as the way to get back at someone or make a statement in response to another person. Okay, so you need to take responsibility for yourself. You shouldn't be doing this because of someone else. You shouldn't be doing this because you want to prove to someone for someone else. Okay, you have to do this for you. It has to be because you need that change. It's because you need that fresh start. It's because it is about that time that you stood up and did something new, okay, to get forward or to get ahead in life. So it should be about you. It shouldn't be about someone else, okay? Because I mean, you're not in any competition with anyone. You're actually in competition with yourself. All right.
Well done, Anita.
Thank you.
Amazing. All right. So the next tip would be write about the life you want. Define the things and people you want in your life. Write down your goals or ideals for your chosen career, romantic partnership, wellness, or current lifestyle. So everything, I think life should be intentional. Everything you want in life should be intentional. Every step you take towards your desired goal should be intentional. If you want a particular life or lifestyle, I don't think you should admire the people that you see living that life. You should go back and find out what they actually did to get to where they are right now, and write down the things where you want to be in the next 5 years, where you want to be in the next 2 years, and write down realizable steps to achieving those goals. You know,
exactly.
Yeah, I don't think you should sit down and keep wishing. I want to become a doctor. I want to become this or that. I think you should take conscious steps to achieving your goal.
You need to take conscious steps to achieving your goals. Another thing you need to do is set the goals for yourself. Okay, once you're clear in what you want, you know, you set goals so that you can work towards having what you want. Okay, you have goals. Your goals should be able to empower you. Okay, empower you to move to the very next level, empower you to start over again, to do what you need to do as much as possible. So you don't set goals that are not in line with what you are trying to achieve. It has to be in line with what you achieve. So whether it's in your finances, whether it's in your relationship, whether it's in your career, health, or even your hobbies, everything should align with the fresh new start. Okay, the new start, the new you, so to speak. Okay, so you make long-term and short-term goals to keep you motivated. And of course you have this. You have these goals. You set the tasks and you carry out the task each day. This way, it will be able to take you to that level that you want to get to.
Sure, I agree with you. Okay, so the next step would be pull from your resources to set your goals in action. Pull from your resources, that means you need to spend to get your goals, right? You
Yeah.
need to spend. You can desire something, and I mean, people always say that for you to make money, you have to spend money, right? So
Yeah.
you have to spend more money to get more money. So anything you want in life, you have to work towards it, and that means that your finances would be involved. And also, this might include going to an employment center, find out if you're looking for a job, then your ears have to be open, your eyes have to be open as well, to know where there are job opportunities for you to go there and apply. So recently, I was trying to talk to a lady about a particular job. I was asking her if she could, do a particular job for me. So she just looked at me and she said, okay, if I want her, I was talking to her on the phone. So she said, if you want me to do this, you have to come to my house, meet my children, take permission. I was like, all right, I'm not applying for the job. You are applying for the job.
Okay.
You see the way people think sometimes,
Yeah.
It's very funny. That's one thing I've realized about this part of the world. And Christians, sometimes you pray to God for something and the opportunity falls right in front of you.
In front of you.
And you can't even tell. Can you imagine looking for a job and you're telling your manager to come
employee.
and come to your house and do what? I was so not interested. I hung up the phone and she tried calling me. She's been sending messages and I feel like you're not even a serious person to work with. That means if you employ that kind of person, it's going to be headache. It's going to be one thing or the other. The next day it's going to be one issue and you keep resolving issues and your business isn't moving forward.
Those people really don't know what
it
people like
means
that
to
don't know
work.
what they want. Okay,
Out
and they
of
don't know.
life.
Yes, exactly. They don't know what they want out of life, and if you get to look at it, just like I said, they are not sure. Okay,
Yeah.
they are not certain.
Of
And
what they want.
Yes, and if someone goes
Unstable,
ahead to
right?
employ someone like that, you would probably have headache and you'll be needing.
Trust me, the way
some-
she was even sounding, I knew this was trouble,
Mm.
and I refused to get into that trouble. Yeah, and another scenario was somebody was telling me about a particular guy that she knows.
Okay.
All he talks about is he has so much ideas in his head. He has made moves and all that, but he's not taken realistic steps to make sure those ideas come to reality, right? So all he talks about is millions. He doesn't even have a Naira account. He lives in Nigeria and he doesn't have a Naira account. He says there's no point having a Naira account because all my businesses are going to be in dollars. And she was like, are you okay in your head? Like, you have to be realistic. You have contacts, right?
Okay.
But none of those contacts have actually clicked.
Uh-huh.
So if somebody wants to give you money now,
But he has a domiciliary account.
he does.
Okay.
But he doesn't have a Naira account. Like, no
And he
Naira
lives in
account.
Nigeria.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Weirdo, right?
Yeah, weird.
Yeah, so that's the thing.
It's
Everything he
absurd.
talks about is in millions of dollars. Like, oh,
I mean,
have
he's thinking big. I think it's a good thing.
and he's thinking big. It's good, but I think you have to crawl before you walk and you run. Right?
Yeah.
All his ideas are good. When you listen to him, he sounds reasonable.
Mm.
But are they realistic? No. Those ideas might probably take him 10 years to even materialize.
That might be to you. He might have shorter.
No, he's been saying that for like, what, 2-3 years now?
So if it will take him 10 years and he has been saying it for 2-3 years, it's
remaining
remaining
8 years.
7.
All right, 7 to 8 years. Okay, go on and keep. Please go and open a Naira account. I mean, one step at a time.
One step at a time.
One step
I
at a
totally
time.
I totally agree
If
with
you
you.
have a very big idea, break it down to what is achievable
Achievable and work towards it.
and work towards it. Oh, you can't just sit down at home and be sending 100 emails a day and waiting for response. And I mean, it doesn't work that way.
Well, one of them might just click one of these days. You know?
Okay, let's keep waiting. I mean, let him keep waiting. All
Oh
right.
yes, him, because I'm
Yeah,
not waiting
not
right
me.
now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, consider likely obstacles and consequences. Okay, now when making big decisions, it can be fun and exhilarating to let go and try something totally new. All right.
Right.
Now, while this can lead to wonderful things, be sure to consider that problems could arise and how they might affect you or those around you. Okay, so don't intentionally cause harm to someone else or make a big decision that could likely impact you negatively in the future. Okay, so you need to consider likely obstacles and consequences while you are trying to start all over or start a new life. You need to be able to check likely obstacles. There are things that you should envisage could happen, things that might pop up, so to speak, so that you would be prepared at every given time.
Yeah.
Because if you know that you need to, for example, someone who dropped out of school,
Yeah.
okay, someone who dropped out of school, and then you had a menial job or a little job that was paying you some money, and you needed to get back into school, and you were able to save up for your tuition for that year and registration and everything. You need to know that you will be paying another tuition fee the next year. Okay, now that could serve as an obstacle in some sort of way if you are not prepared, if you don't have the right, if you don't have the capacity to save or to keep up, to gather the kind of money that you need for your fees. So you need to think ahead and know what to do so that by the coming year, by the next year, you would have gathered up enough money to pay for the second year tuition.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's in things like that. Okay, it's like in building
Yeah.
a house. Okay, sometimes people start up a house and might not have enough money. Okay, but at least you should know that things could pop up, things could crop up. So where is the very next money going to come from?
Yeah,
Okay, you should have an idea, so to speak.
Yeah, just adding to what you said, some people, when they are embarking on a project and you ask them some questions like, if this particular thing occurs, what do you plan to do? They go like, God forbid.
God forbid,
what
they just end.
what are you forbidding? That's a real life situation.
Yes.
You should always have like your plan B, like,
Plan
okay,
B, plan B
to,
and C sometimes.
yeah, I'm going to school now. What if my lecturer starts going crazy and doesn't want me to graduate? What do I do if I don't get my first choice of whatever, like your course? What's the next option? Some people go like, God forbid, it won't happen to me. And then they find out they're in that situation and they didn't have any plan B.
There's no plan B. They are stranded. They don't know what to do.
Yeah, so some things can be avoided as well. So you should always plan for the second option.
Exactly.
All right. So we have a message right here from Afi Sume Francis from Abuja, Federal Capital Territory, Nigeria. He says, starting over can be an incredible opportunity to claim the present moment. When something ends, against your will or not, you're the only one who can decide when that ending transitions into a new beginning. There's no easy way to start over. Whether after a relationship, the end of a career, an unexpected move, or any time we find ourselves in a situation we haven't prepared for. To buckle under the weight of the blow can feel like our only option. To a certain extent, we shouldn't hold back in our emotional range. It can be healthy and necessary to give ourselves room to process something in real time, exactly how we are. If we don't, then we run the risk of masking pain or avoiding feelings only to have them manifest later on and cause far worse damage.
Wow.
Yeah,
And that is coming in from
Afisime Francis. Thank you so much for
that's a wonderful one right there.
Yeah.
There were so many.
There's so many words and
There's so many words and it was well
The
put,
part- yeah.
well arranged.
Okay, so I think I need to take this part again. He said, to a certain extent, we shouldn't hold back in our emotional range. It can be healthy.
In our emotional.
Range.
Okay.
That's the limit, right?
Yeah.
It can be healthy and necessary to give ourselves room to process something in real time, exactly how we are. Okay, that now. If we don't, then we run the risk of masking pain or avoiding feelings, only to have them manifest later on and cause far worse damage.
Yeah, masking pains would definitely cause far more damage later on. Okay,
Okay,
when
so
you try to hold
hold
back.
back. I think what he's trying to say was when we talked about being vulnerable.
Yeah.
He's trying to say, you don't hold back to our emotional range. That means if you're feeling pain, you should express
You
it.
should express it.
Yeah, give yourself time out. If you had a heartbreak and you want to dwell on it, good for you. Take time out. Cry if you want to cry.
That's another way of expressing
Yeah,
your
take time
emotions.
out.
So if you need to cry, you need to cry.
Yeah, some people come out from a broken relationship. I mean, when you're caught in, and they jump right into the next one. They haven't had time to process and think about what actually led to the other relationship not working, and they jump right into another relationship. So I think you should take a break, think about it. You were engaged to somebody, it didn't work out. What happened? So you need to find out.
Okay. All right. Let's move on to the very next one.
Okay, so the next one would be keep what's important to you.
Mm.
Starting over doesn't mean you have to give everything and everyone up from the past. While you may want to evaluate your relationships and personal values, don't be afraid to hold on to the people and things that matter to you. Yeah,
Okay.
you can also appreciate having people or things that feel familiar to you.
Okay.
Yeah, I think if you're starting over, I don't think you completely have to erase everybody from your life. I mean, there are people that haven't done anything to you, and I see no reason why you should, discard everybody. It happened to me one time. I had a friend. She was very close to me. We were quite close,
Okay.
and we did things together. We went to the same school. We
Okay.
applied to the same college and all that. And my cause was going on well. She had issues. I got engaged. I needed to be married. Blah blah blah. Her life wasn't going as smooth as mine. You know, when two people are so close and one person is doing better than the other person, it becomes kind of
There's a little bit of that friction.
yeah, not for me, but maybe for the next person. Yeah. So I think she started feeling a particular way. She wanted to take away everybody because everybody we were all growing up together, like friends from school. Oh, I'm studying this. I'm studying law. I'm studying medicine. Blah blah blah. And then suddenly, one person out of the whole crew isn't doing very well. So she cut off from everybody. She was
No.
still my friend, but she was telling me that you know what, I'm going to cut off from everybody. Everybody keeps asking me, what about your cause? What are you doing and all that? And I didn't know she was going to date to me as well. And I kept asking her, there's no need for you to cut off from people. Don't be embarrassed about what's happening to you. It's only a phase.
It's okay.
And I just woke up one day and she stopped talking to me. So yeah,
Well-
till today I don't know where she is.
Okay.
Yeah, I tried calling and no way. So
Whoa.
some people can be extreme. So
Whoa.
that's the same thing. If you're starting over in life, maybe things were not working well for you. You don't need to push everybody away
No, you don't.
for you to get to your desired goal.
Exactly.
I think you need to take new decisions about your life and just move forward.
I mean, that leads us to the very next tip right there, which is reach out for support in your community. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, basically, if you're making that big change, if you're going to start all over, you need to find someone who supports you and wants to see you succeed. Rather than moving away from everyone. Okay, everyone, like everybody. You will actually need people. Okay, because you say a tree does not make a forest. Okay,
Yeah.
so you would need someone that will be able to sharpen you. Someone that will be able to motivate you. So you need someone that believes in your dreams, that believes in you, that wants you to succeed. Okay, sometimes it could be a relative, it could be a mother, it could be a brother, a sibling, it could be a wife, a spouse, it could be a friend. Okay, it could be a relative, it could be anyone, but it has to be someone who believes and is ready to support you. It could be your pastor. Okay, so if you've got someone that is able, that wants to see you succeed and believes in you and is ready to motivate you, is ready to encourage you, and inspire you, so to speak, those are the kind of people that you need to be talking to. You should feel like you can trust them and talk to them openly. These kind of people are the kind of people you could share your dreams with, the kind of people you could tell what you want to do. Okay, this is my idea, this is what I want to do, this is how I would like to see these things through, what do you think about it? And then the person would be able to advise you, or even if not, doesn't have a total knowledge of what you're talking about, might be able to encourage you in some sort of way, and that would actually motivate you to do better and get things done and become who you want to become while you're starting new.
Again.
Exactly.
Wow, that's amazing. Have 4 minutes.
Do we have, okay, so do we have another message?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay, all right. We would have gone for a break, but we already went for a break, so I think we should just move on to the very next one. Okay, this is more like The Buzz. Okay, it's a brand new segment, if you like. We like to call it The Buzz. The Buzz, like what's going on right there. Well, think about it. Think about it.
Yeah.
What's the buzz right there?
I think everybody's talking about the election.
It's February. Yes, February. Elections coming up in Nigeria. One. What else? And love, like Valentine's.
Yeah. From I think this morning a lot of people started sending messages. Would you be my Val? You know,
stuff like that. Okay. So, I didn't get any of those, but I saw things all over the social media and all that. So get prepared for the season of love.
And get your PVC as well.
And get your PVC, because you need to vote, and vote the right kind of people. Okay, that's
don't sit down and complain.
No,
just get your PVC and get ready to vote.
Okay, that way you won't have to complain anymore. All right, so this is where we draw the curtains for today. This is where we say ta-ta. This is where we say toodaloo. This is where we say toodles. Toodles.
Yeah.
And this is where we say bye.
This is where we say adios and ciao.
Oh.
What else?
Okay, you win. My name is Adiye Theodore.
And my name is Precious Umor.
We'll see you again next week. Bye.
Bye.